How can you get more results from your advertising campaigns for less budget? Is it tweaking your ad copy or maybe changing the color button on your landing page from blue to green? Maybe those things can help a little bit, but they're not going to make big fundamental changes to your ad results that will help you to double, triple, or even quadruple your return on ad spend. And in this video, I'll talk about 3 best tactics that if you implement in your business can literally double, triple, or quadruple your results. And all of these 3 tactics that I follow with my clients follow Archimedes' rule. And Archimedes said, give me a lever big enough and I'll move the world. So it's about choosing the right levers and the right things to impact to essentially move the most or like the biggest needle or revenue generating activities in your business. So without any further ado, let's dive in and I'll talk about the 3 tactics that you can start implementing in your business starting today. Hi, my name is Nazim and welcome to my channel. In the last 10 years, I've made my clients over $40 million in sales with advertising campaigns, marketing, consulting, and sales. And that's it. That's my social proof. That's how you know I know what I talk about. And let's dive in. I will go ahead, share my screen, and basically start showing you the first tactic that will help you to move the world. So the first tactic is increasing your customer lifetime value. Like I said, the tips I'm going to be giving you is not about changing your ad copy or color button on your landing page. It's about making more fundamental changes that will make the biggest impact on your ad results. And too many people are over obsessed with trying to optimize their ad copy, and they don't actually take the time to have a fundamental look at their business and make sure that they're actually making the top dollar for their marketing efforts. So when it comes to customer lifetime value and generally making more money from clients, you can make it easily by implementing 3 mini tactics. So number 1 is you can increase your prices without any justification. And you might be thinking this is crazy, but I'm suspecting that a good half of you, maybe even more, are severely undercharging for your services. And a challenge I'd like to make to you or offer you is increasing your prices. Try to increase your prices by 20% or even 15% for the next 20 sales calls and then see. My bet is that your sales rate is not going to go up, but as a result, you'll make more money. If you're making $10,000, you'll make $12,000. If you're making $100,000, you'll make $120,000. And the way I know this is because I literally helped an agency scale from 50K to 100K in just 30 days by just giving them the permission to charge more. They went from charging from $1,000 to $2,000 per month, and their sales rate did not tank a bit. So that's that. But you might be thinking, Nazim, you think I'm stupid? I cannot increase my prices. This is just way too simple. In that case, for snowflakes like you, I've got another bit of advice, which is improving your packaging. A lot of times your packaging sucks, especially for service-based businesses, and product-based businesses are used to nailing their packaging because it's so important. It's tangible, it's visual. But services are used to just saying, hey, I will build you a new website or I will generate you leads. But the better way to package and pitch your services is by fleshing out your service into multiple steps and doing a really good job at explaining your service and how it works in depth to your clients. You might be thinking that it's not really important and the client is not going to get it anyway, but it's still important for the client to see that the vast amount of work that goes into it, and if it feels valuable and complicated enough, they're going to justify paying the top dollar for your services. Now, instead of saying, hey, we'll generate you 30 leads in the next 30 days, you say, the first thing is a deep dive consult. Right? We're going to take a whole hour to send you a 50-question questionnaire, and we're going to review it with you together on the phone, and we're going to look at your competitors, what has worked for you in the past, what has not, and it's going to give you the highest and deepest clarity about your business, and it's going to help us to make the most insightful and data-driven strategy, build the most relevant and data-driven strategy for your business specifically. Step number 2 is something else and something else and something else. So even though you would have actually gone and implemented all of these steps on its own, talking about it and explaining it without overcomplicating it, obviously, taking 2 to 3 minutes to really explaining how your service works and how it's a step-by-step system engineered to get them results will just help the client justify in their heads that they're buying actually a product, right? So the point is that you should make this service sound so well engineered that they feel like they're buying a product, right? So that's number 2. And number 3 is giving out smart guarantees. And the reason why I call it smart guarantees and not just guarantees, because most people give dumb guarantees, believe it or not. I'll give you all of your money back if we don't get results is not a good guarantee. I invite you to design your guarantees in even like a smarter way, right? So a smarter way to make a guarantee would be saying, look, we're going to work with you for the next 30 days, and our promise is that we're going to generate 30 deals or 30 leads. And in case we don't manage to generate the 30 deals in 30 days, we're going to work with you as long as it takes, even if it takes us another 2 months of free work. We're committing to generating your 30 leads, even if it takes us 3 months. That's a good guarantee. Why? Because it does not put under the rails the most important livelihood of your business, which is your cash flow, right? That's number 1. Number 2, it kind of covers and protects the both of you. The client, because you guarantee them a certain result, a certain key outcome, and they're going to get it sooner or later. But then also number 2, it protects your cash, like it does not make you refund the cash, but it also kind of like it makes you step up your game as well, because you don't want to really be stuck delivering a service for 90 days, right? So it'll help you to be on top of your game as well, and really kind of like give it your all so that you service the client as soon as possible, get them good results, and then maybe get them on a renewal. The reason why smart guarantees work in increasing your sales rate is because, again, the client feels protected as well, or the client feels like you kind of like take over some of the risk that's typically put like completely on the client on sales calls. So that's essentially increasing customer lifetime value. Well, this is not increasing customer lifetime value per se. This is increasing average order value. This basically allows you to sell more. But increasing your prices, increasing your packaging, and increasing smart guarantees, if you implement all 3 of them, and again, there's no reason why you should not be able to implement all 3 of them, will allow you to make more money upfront and more money in the long term per each client that you work with. And you don't have to change your ad copy or the color of your landing page, which again can give you marginal gains. Your landing page conversion rate goes from 5 to 6%. Your click-through rate or your cost per click goes down from $1 to 80 cents. Great. You're now spending 20% less on ads, right? You were spending $2,000 and now you're spending $400 less. I mean, it's a win, but it's not doubling your business anytime soon, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is improving your sales. Again, may not be what you were expecting with some fashionable ad tricks, but my job in this video is to give you the maybe not so sexy, but real strong levers to boost your revenue. So let's talk about sales, and let's look at how sales can help you revolutionize your revenue, right? And skyrocket it, really. I have a very small example here. The first one, as you can see, assumes that you are getting 100 leads, and if you close them at 20%, and if your services cost $5,000, well, then you're making $100,000. Again, 100 leads on 20% is 20 sales, and then 20 sales multiplied by 5 is $100,000. But what if you increase your sales by just 5%? I mean, don't get me wrong, increasing your sales from 20 to 25% is no small feat. It still takes work, but what if we do that? Well, if you do that, your revenue goes up by $25,000 up to $125,000. Again, think about things in retrospect. If you improve your ad results by 10-15%, it can allow you to save more money, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. But if you improve this, it's going to allow you to rack in tens and hundreds of thousands of extra dollars in sales. And I'm not saying this is easy. I'm just saying, if you're going to spend your time, if you're going to break your head over something, you may as well do it over the important things. that will bring actual real results. Now, if you're thinking, how do I improve my sales? I have plenty of videos on how you can improve your sales, and really any of the tactics in my videos can help you improve your sales by up to 5%. So I'd recommend, I'll pin some videos at the end of this video where you can try to work on your sales. But this is the thing number 2 you should focus on to increase your sales, like really skyrocket them from ads results. And thing number 3, which is actually related to ads, is you should master omnipresent remarketing, right? And what I mean by that is if you're spending thousands of dollars on your advertising campaigns, very quickly you'll start building a remarketing audience, which basically stands for people who've already seen, interacted, engaged with your ads or your brand. And in that case, you will want to start running remarketing campaigns. Now, when it comes to remarketing campaigns, what people do is they launch an ad or 2 ads or 3 ads, but because the metaverse has grown so big in the last couple of years, there's just way more potential to place all sorts of different creatives and all sorts of different placements in the, again, metaverse, which is Instagram, Facebook, Threads. It allows you to be everywhere at the same time. And when it comes to remarketing, you should totally do that. When it comes to cold traffic, which is essentially running ads to people that have never heard about you, it's a little bit of a different game. You want to run the ads to most relevant, most profitable placements, typically news feeds or stories. But when it comes to remarketing, you should try to maximize all sorts of placements and most importantly, create all sorts of creatives to cover those placements. And as an example, I'll show you one of my clients we're running ads for. And as you can see, we run a mix of video creatives and ad creatives across all sorts of placements, right? So let's start with this page. So we've got here Facebook newsfeed, and as you can see, we have 3-4 different video ads with different thumbnails that really run just to news feeds and on Facebook and Instagram alone. So Facebook news feeds, Instagram news feed. Number 2, we have Instagram stories and Facebook stories that also run with different videos, formats, different thumbnails, etc., etc. Then we have obviously stories and videos on explore pages, right? And video feeds on Facebook and Instagram. So we're not just launching and running ads to the newsfeed. We're in stories. We're on explore pages. When it comes to pictures and photos, photo ads, picture ads, image ads, that's how you call it. We're also on the newsfeed. We're on stories. We're not on Threads yet, but I'll probably be moving into Threads as well. But what I'm trying to say with this example is that we're literally everywhere. And it doesn't really cost us even that much money to run these ads. Our CPM for our remarketing audiences is close to $10 to $15, which is quite cheap when it comes to running traffic or running ads on Facebook and on Instagram, predominantly to English-speaking market. So again, my advice is to maximize your omnipresent remarketing and to be everywhere. Now, layer on top of this, specifically for this client, also the email campaigns we're running, some YouTube presence, ads, organic content on Facebook and Instagram, and you can see how it's not very difficult to rack in literally thousands of dollars in sales very cheap because we're everywhere. That's why this strategy is called omnipresent marketing. So again, to recap the 3 strategies that I talked about, instead of trying too much to update your ad copy, if you really want to take your ads results to the next level, number 1, work on increasing your customer lifetime value and average order value. Focus on making more money per client via the 3 things: increasing pricing, improving packaging, offering smart guarantees. Number 2, work on increasing your sales. How? Watch some videos on my YouTube channel and I'll give you very some simple, some not so simple strategies to improve your sales. But again, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it's worth spending your time on. And number 3, omnipresent remarketing. Try to be everywhere when it comes to your ads and try to build an ecosystem. You're sending out emails, you're running ads, you're posting organic. Now, if you take one or more of these items in this omnipresent strategy, the effectiveness of the omnipresent strategy goes down exponentially. But you can basically try to do the most you can with the most you have to nail it as hard as you can. And again, the more you do it, the better, right? Especially with ads, which does not really take you too much manual work. You record and create assets once and you just launch them. And then say every month, you can add an extra 1 or 2 or 3 bits of creatives into the roster. And that's it. You're done. And that's it, guys, for this video. Like this video, subscribe. If you want me to look over your marketing strategies and help you maximize your results from ads or generally from your marketing strategy and help you increase your traffic into more sales, you can go to nazimconsulting.com and apply for a free strategy session where I'll audit your entire business and come up with a game plan to help you nail your marketing and increase your ROI from all the many thousands of dollars or many hours you spend on trying to grow your business. That's it for now. Thanks for watching this video. And what you should do next is probably watch a couple of these sales videos on improving your sales. And I'll see you in the next one.